he's a magician, he's a this, he's a that. If that power is really from the devil, how about the love for people? If a man of God is spending the whole day laying his hands on people, and some of those people are even rotting, and he's there praying for them, and all you can say is the devil. That's not the power of God. How about the passion for the people? Some of you have the original power, not from the devil, but from God. And how are you using it? How many people are you helping with that power from God? Because if we have the wrong person praying for the right people, and you are there, the right person to pray for them, what are you doing with the genuine power of God? Where is the love now for the people? To see those people getting well, where is the love? All we do is to criticize the ones that are doing something. He doesn't even have time with his family praying for the sick. He wants to see them well. Now I don't understand. As for me, I'm now at that point where I really want help, even from God. Because I don't understand how, men of God, you can stretch your hand and then you command a disease and you call upon the name of Jesus. And the moment you say Jesus, before Jesus comes and the devil takes over, he comes very faster than Jesus and he does the work. I don't understand this God. I don't understand what is happening now. How you call upon the name of Jesus, and every time you call upon the name of Jesus, the wrong person comes. Are you telling me that the devil is now that sophisticated? He doesn't know his name. When we call, if we call upon the name of Jesus, right? And the devil comes. If that is how he is now operating, which means all of us, we are no longer safe. Even you. You are no longer safe if that is what the devil is now doing nowadays. All of you. Then how are you going to know whether this is Jesus or not? So how can you tell me that there is power in that name? If another person who doesn't own the name can resurface and appear at any time, every time you call upon that name, what kind of a devil is this? Have you invented a new devil, or this is the old one? How can you call the name of Jesus where Jesus is invited and then the devil comes? You are making everything more complicated, even for yourselves. That's what happens when a city has been bewitched. God does something, and then people are made to believe that it is Simon or Simon who did it. We've got pastors like that. They come to church, 9-minute sermon, he's done. Carries his briefcase, jumps into his car, goes home. He's done. 9 minutes. How about sparing just 3 minutes to demonstrate the genuine power of God? 3 minutes, just 3 minutes. Sick people are there. Some are even going to commit suicide right from the service. All we do is to delusion the people. Delusion the people. But people do not realize that the moment they change their focus and they are no longer fighting the devil, they are fighting each other. The devil takes advantage of that situation. And the economy will get worse and worse and worse. Because mighty men of God and women of God that were supposed to be attacking the devil, they are now busy attacking each other. Because the devil has succeeded in even making those men of God to believe in a lie. One man of God came to me and he said, to be honest with you, man of God, I believe you're a man of God. And the reason why you don't see me there is because of what I have said before my people. He openly said that to me. I know you are a man of God, but I have said so much against you. Now if I come, what are they going to say? My own members. But you have made them to believe a lie. And yet you know the truth. Am I talking to somebody? Am I talking to somebody? Am I talking to somebody? The devil can cause people, I'm talking about the reason why we think the way we think is because of how we have been brought up. Our environment is influencing us to imagine in a negative way. I told you this some time ago. I remember there was a time when I felt, it's not like I heard from God, I just felt like we should bless this man of God with a car, the car that we were driving, very beautiful car. And we said, we need to give this car to this man of God. And when we thought of doing that, 3 days later, before we could deliver the vehicle, then my wife, she asked me a question. She said, man of God, if this pastor is going to be involved in a car accident, looking at the way he perceives you, do you think it's a safer thing to do? Because some of them are just careless, they can't drive properly. And they've been having some series of accidents before. And those ones, they do not matter, but this one. And then I thought about it. And I said, you have got a point there. And even to think that we should then translate it into money. And I said, okay, let's stop it. And then we cancelled it. It's a car that was very expensive. Even if he was going to sell it, he would buy a house, a proper house. But before we could give that vehicle to him, we looked at the way he perceives us. And then a present was withdrawn. Then I got a lesson from that. Then I said, okay, so if this is what God does before he blesses us, if God looks at the way we look at him, if we believe and if we think that riches are a sign of evil, and that's how we perceive God, which means before God can give you a vehicle, he will have to think twice. He looks at your imagination, your perception, the way you view God before he blesses you. That is why it is taking a very long time for God to bless his church, it is because of a mentality that they have kept concerning God for a very long time. And the vehicle was parked right there, ready to go. But because of the way they see us, we said, what if anything is going to happen to them? Because they've got a wrong perception and a wrong imagination towards us. So if we bless them, this blessing is going to be tend to be something which is negative again. So because of that wrong mentality and that delusion, we said we can't do that. And we stopped. And him, the beneficiary, is not even aware of what he lost. Just because of a wrong mentality, not because you are believing in a lie. And now you are poor just because you chose to believe in a lie. Somebody that should have given you a house. A house. I remember sometime, again, there's a property that we bought. And we said, we are going to invite him and then give him the keys. And then again we said, what if, listen to me. So what if this pastor is going to have a bad dream in that house? And because of that, we are looking at his imaginations towards us before we can bless him. If that is what God does, and you know what? We never gave that house to him. Because we were afraid if anything is going to happen. Some of these people, until now, that man of God is suffering. There is nothing I can do. It's because he chose to believe in a lie. So if that is how God blesses his people, if God looks at you first and analyzes the way you view him before he can bless you, then we are in serious trouble. Most of us, we are in serious trouble. We even believe that God is evil when it comes to riches and blessings. That's why we have elevated poverty more than the blessing of God. Last time I heard that he's been chased away from his house and properties were thrown out because he couldn't pay rent. And yet he was now supposed to be in his own house right now. Just because he chose to believe in a lie. And for your own information, in most cases, the people that you criticize are likely the people that will help you.